What's up, guys? So today I'm going to do a little review. I got a Surftech paddleboard I've been meaning to hit the water with, and this one is a inflatable one. It is completely deflated right now. This is the nice bag that it comes with. This thing is awesome because it has these two big backpack straps on it. Super easy to pretty much hike this thing to where you want it. So what's cool about the deck strapping on the actual paddleboard itself is that if you pull it out of the backpack and you pump it up and you're ready to go, but you're not exactly in a spot where you want to leave some stuff sitting on the shore, you can always just kind of stuff this in the lashing on top of the paddleboard, which is nice. So if you're just going to take off and do a quick paddle, you don't have to worry about kind of stowing all that gear. So now I'm going straight down, and then you just turn it. It's locked in really nice. It says right here, maximum recommended pressure 15 psi or 1 bar. If you come over to this, 1 bar right here. I'm at 0.5 bar. Or if you want to read the inside, I believe 7 psi. So at 7 psi, this thing has almost no give to it, which is incredible. I mean, it is solid. So about 4.5 minutes. I wasn't rushing. I wasn't trying to set any speed records. It's like kind of anyone would. I wasn't trying to you know, be Joe Muscles on the thing. So I think that's pretty fair as far as the pump time. 4.5 minutes is absolutely nothing. And compared to having a 14-foot, you know, solid construction board, this is actually pretty quick. Up here at the nose, got another grab handle. You've got your deck secured, lashing there. That's pretty much the view. Heavy duty welding going on with this thing. Rounded nose, obviously that's going to be nice for if you get into some waves. So it's all pumped up. All we have to do now is just disconnect this tube and insert this little piece. Now there's no hurry here because, as you can see, it's pressurized. Just put the little piece in there, and now we are going to secure the fin. One thing to note, guys, it is going to be a screw, so make sure you have a little Phillips head or a ratchet piece available. So basically just slide that in there. And you can angle it so it's out of the way. Alright, so now it's in there, it can actually move forward. And we'll just use this little screw to slide this forward to where we want. Slide this back, and we're just going to line it up so it sits right down on top. Line it up with the screw. Now you can move this to where you want it. Got a little screwdriver that I always have with me here. We're just going to tighten that up. You don't have to over tighten, you don't have to torque on this thing. All you want is it basically just sitting flush, and you don't want your fin moving around in the fin box. So it's pretty much good to go. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm ready to hit the water. I mean, this thing is definitely very stable. I mean, you could really walk around on it, have some kids on it, get your dog on it. That's it, guys. That's really all there is to it. I'll show you the breakdown of this thing when I get back to shore. But for right now, I'm gonna go out and have myself a nice little paddle. So this is a very solid board. It's very easy to paddle if you're new to it, or if you're someone that's been racing and you just want a board that you can kind of bring to the beach and not worry about it sitting in the sun and all that kind of stuff. Guys, this thing folds up into a sick backpack just like I already showed you, and boom, I'm out here on the water. I'll tell you, it is way easier than carting around a 14-foot solid construction board, so keep that in mind. Obviously something to check into. I'm not going to tell you what brand to buy, because because I haven't reviewed every single one, but I have reviewed this Surftech board, and I will tell you, I recommend it. In fact, I might even pick one up for my family member that is trying to get into some paddleboarding. So definitely something nice to have. If you're a guy like me and you have a bunch of different boards for a bunch of different situations, trust me, it's perfect. I love the fact that I can get on the water real quick and not have to worry about bringing a giant board with me, you know, all that kind of stuff. So definitely recommend this board so far. And we are ready to deflate this guy. Basically pushing down on it and turning it with my thumb in the clockwise position, it will depress. As you can see, it'll be further down than it would when you're inflating it. So it is now depressed, and that allows air to come out. Now everyone's got their own preference as to how to fold up and stow these. Some people don't even like to let the air out. I recommend doing that just because it is not a rigid board. It's not meant to be inflated 24/7. That being said, I like to put the pump pretty much where the deck strapping is, and then I'll start folding this towards the back where the air is now going to escape, and I'll also be wrapping the pump as I go. That way I can get everything back in that bag real nice and tight. As you can see, we're almost at the tail already. It's been very, very simple and quick to start folding this thing up. For anyone that is brand new to paddling, I love it. I can't wait for you to get out and try it. I have found so much joy out of paddleboarding, and it really does help me feel better. My joints feel better, my back feels better, pretty much everything. It's a very great sport for gaining back mobility. With paddleboarding, you do have to have a little bit of knowledge about water. I'm referring to knowing how to swim. That is paramount. Even if you do have a life jacket and a leash and everything that you possibly need to make sure that your head never goes underwater, you really can't be going out here if you don't know how to swim. Guys, take that seriously. I hate to see when people get hurt doing this sport, and mostly it's just from people either not knowing how to swim, or you know, they're not paying attention to the weather or the tides, the current in a channel, the ocean itself, whatever the case may be, other boaters. When you come out here, even though it's tranquil and it's really enjoyable, you still have to have a head screwed onto your shoulders. You have to be aware of what's around you, and especially if you're getting into a saltwater environment, guys, check the tide tables. You know, make sure you're not paddling into a busy shipping channel. Just have some common sense, please, because it's very important. And then on top of that, make sure you have the right gear. Life jacket, whether it's a pull tab inflatable or whether it's a big old school, 1970s life jacket, make sure you have it. And obviously a leash in case you ever get disconnected from your board. I've seen videos of people that are out paddling in very windy, wavy conditions. The board shoots out, they don't have a leash. You're never going to catch that board if you lose it. You just won't. So make sure you have those two things on you at all times, please.